Hello everyone, can you see me? Oh yeah, you can see me. That's cool. Cool, cool, cool. You guys, I'm a firm. Let me see something. I feel like it needs to be right here. I don't know what's big enough to hold it there. So you can see me. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So I'm a firm believer in how do I put this? Oh, being in the right place at the right time. I'm a firm believer in something told me to be there at that time. Something had me be there at that time. Some kind of something. Something was you know what I mean? I'm a firm believer on that. About that. Um, I was put somewhere to do this thing for these things. Okay, let me just get to the point here. Hold on. Sorry if you saw any of that. Trigger warning, blood. There's some blood. Sorry if you've seen it. You weren't supposed to. Anyhow, so, you guys, I was on my way to the plasma bank today. Ouch. God, that was painful. On my way to the plasma bank today, and first I seen an otter in the road that looked very scared and didn't know how to get across the street. I felt bad for him. I didn't get out, though. I just said a little prayer that he would get across the street safely. Or not an otter. Groundhog. Sorry. I live in Ohio, not otters. The fuck? Um, no, this little groundhog was in the middle of the street, um, just standing there, kind of looking scared and confused. So, um, yeah, like I said, I didn't stop, but I did say a prayer saying, hey, hopefully this thing can make it across the street safely. Please help this groundhog get across the street safely. Say a prayer for my little friend. Then we're going just a little bit farther down the road. Guess what else I see? Oh, that was my lighter. Hold on. Jesus Christ. um, you'll never guess what else we see in the road. Blows my mind. By the way, sorry, I'm really far away. Um, we're driving. There's another thing in the road. At first glance, you can't see it very well because, it's tiny. Well, it's the size of this pillow. Ooh, that's not supposed to be in my mouth. It was about this size. The size of this pillow. I was holding it like this. This was its butt. I was holding it by its butt because I was afraid it was going to turn around and bite me. Anyhow, um, no. Anyhow. Let me tell you what it was. So we're riding down the street, trying to get to the plasma bank so I can donate and get some money and all that stuff it's really nice for those people. They get their medication because you donated plasma to the plasma bank. So, we're driving, and we see another thing in the road. We don't hit it, but we realize it's a turtle. And Eric's like, do you want to go back and get it out of the road? I'm like, yes, I absolutely do. I want to go back. I want to get it out of the road. So we turn back around, and I get out the car and I grab this turtle by its butt. Now I'm afraid because I don't know if it's a snapping turtle. So I was a little anxious about it because I didn't know if it was a snapping turtle. I didn't want to get bit, so on and so forth. So I picked him up by his butt, down here on the butt part of his shell. He was very heavy. Well, not very heavy, but he was like average cat heaviness. You know, a little bit of an overfed cat situation, like maybe 5 pounds, something like that. He wasn't like heavy, but he was heavy. And he was trying to scurry away as I pick him up. He was trying to run. I mean, his legs were going a million miles per hour. So I'm like, what the heck? I thought turtles were slow. Like, what the heck is going on here? This guy is moving. He's booking it. Trying to book it anyway. I picked up his little booty because I didn't want him in the road. But anyhow, I pick him up. I start walking over towards this area where I see some water. There's a bridge above, and there's like a creek thing, or a stream or a pond or whatever you want to call it down there, underneath that bridge. So I start walking towards the bridge with him in my hand, walking towards the bridge. Mind you, he's peeing on me because he's scared to death. Thank God I had hand sanitizer in the car. I always keep that in the car. Ever since COVID, you know, we just keep our hand sanitizers in the car. Anyways, so I grab him and I'm starting to walk towards this pond or creek or whatever you want to call it, river, lake. Not a lake. It wasn't a lake or a river or an ocean or sea. It was like a pond or a creek or a stream or like something like that. You know what I mean? Under a bridge, water area where some water was coming. So I start going towards that way. Guess what? I find another one of these turtles. Exact same kind. Assuming it's his buddy. His or hers buddy. I don't know if they were male or female turtles. But they were buddies. I named them Fred and George. I did not keep them. I still walked them towards the water. So there was another guy at this point when I had the first turtle picked up. He had started driving by and he rolled down his window and he says, "Hey, is that a turtle?" I said, "Yeah, I found him in the road." So he pulls over and he's like, "Can I look at it before you take it over to the water?" So I show it to him. This is before, in the midst of walking and before I found the second turtle. So I show it to him and then I start finishing walking towards the river, the water. We're just going to call it water. Start walking towards the water at that point. And that's when I see the second turtle. I'm like, oh my gosh, this turtle has a friend. And that's when the guy that pulled over came over, grabbed him, and walked with me down to the water so we could get them both down to the water. We got them both down to the water. We set them down right by the water side, on the water, on like the rocks or whatever, so they wouldn't fall and get hurt. We made sure they weren't going to be able to fall and get hurt once they came out of their shell. But we set them there and, you know, we walked away at that point. And it was cool. It was really cool to save these turtles. And on the way home, we did not see them in the road. I did not see a dead groundhog either, so that means he must have got across the street safely. So that is amazing. But I feel like the universe, I was meant to be at that spot at that time for those turtles. To get them farther away from the road so they would not get hurt. And to preserve our wildlife. But yeah, I felt so great doing that for those turtles. I mean, it was the coolest thing in the world to do that. It was amazing. I saved those turtles. Like, blows my mind. But I think when I was looking online to try to figure out what kind of turtles they were, I think they are Escambia map turtles, or I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this other one right, or they are Oichata map turtles, but it's a family of the map turtle. I know that. It is a map turtle of some sort, and there is a lot of different versions of the map turtle. But it looked a lot like this, if you can see the picture. Yeah, so it looked a lot like that, which is one version of it. This is the Escambia one. That was the Chata one. The last one. This is the Chata one. Oh, Chata. Ouachita. I do not know how to pronounce that. Horchata. But it's either that kind of turtle or the Escambia map turtle. They looked very similar to this. The yellow on their body, their head. Very similar to that. But it was neat. It was very neat to get to help these turtles. It's very cool. Like, I was meant to be there at that time today to go save these turtles. And I feel amazing from it. Like, wow, that just made my day so much. To be able to save these turtles, these wild turtles. But yes, I saved them and they were not back out on the road by the time we came back by. It'd been a few hours, so, you know, if anything would have happened, it would have been, you know what I mean. But they were not back in the road. The turtles were not back in the road, Fred and George. And the little groundhog was not dead in the road, so he must have made it across the street as well. But yes, I'm a firm believer in you're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be there. This is something you're supposed to do. And it was pulling at my heartstrings to go and save these turtles. Especially after seeing two animals back to back on the road out of nowhere. It's wild. I was like, yeah, no, I have to save these freaking turtles. You know, like, I have to save these turtles. But yes, that was my eventful day. I had to hop on here and tell you guys all about it because I was so excited that I saved some dang turtles. Well, I don't say dang turtles because they're not dang, but I saved some turtles. And that makes me very happy to know that. Anyways, I'm going to hop off of here. I just wanted to hop on here and tell you guys about that and also say Happy Memorial Day. I don't know if you celebrate. If you do celebrate, I hope you're having a great time with your family or whatever you're doing to celebrate. And if you don't celebrate, that's okay as well. I understand not a lot of countries celebrate these kind of things, so, you know, that's okay. But anyways, if you could, please smash that like button so I know you like these videos. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It really helps out the channel. And turn on your notification bell so you never miss another video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Love ya. Bye.